We've been going to Pure Heart for 12 years, and we started out in children's ministry, and then I volunteered with the men's ministry.
Throughout the time that I've been at Pure Heart, I've always been involved in women's ministry. Then they asked me to be the nursery coordinator, and then it became nursery and preschool coordinator. Once our kids got older, it's youth ministry.
We opened up our house on Wednesday nights, and we had 20 to 30 kids almost every single Wednesday night come into our house. We drove them to church. We would take 2 or 3 cars to church to get them all here. Everything that I do isn't my story, it isn't Don's story, it's Christ's story. It's what He's doing through us.
The reason that we give, that we are generous with our funds, is because Pure Heart is where we are fed, and Pure Heart is where we have support. It's where we have family. I mean, I know Dan says family all the time, but it really is family for us. When we see the clips that they put up on the screens of everything that Pure Heart does around the world, around the city, that wouldn't be possible without our generous giving. And I've heard people say, I don't want to give my tithe or my money to the church because I don't know where it's going. Well, that's proof right there. The place where you're fed, the place that gives to you, is where you should be generous with your tithe.
My wife was diagnosed with a rare lung disease called pulmonary hypertension, and it took our 2-income family down to a 1-income family.
It was really easy to be generous when we had 2 incomes because we had enough to pay God first and to make the bills and to buy the food and to have extra wants. So then when we went down from 1 income and assistance from the government because I'm disabled, it was a little tougher, but we could still make it. But then in the past 4 months, my disability has stopped. So we truly just are only on Don's 1 income, and it's been very difficult because we can't necessarily pay all the bills that we need to pay, and our food budget is really cut.
And I had seen God do miracles with her health, so I knew that He was faithful. I knew that He could do miracles, but I grew up really, really poor. There for a while, almost on a weekly basis, when I would write our tithing check, I would struggle with it, and I would think, I don't really want to do this because I don't know where our gas money is going to come from this week. I don't know where our food money is going to come from this week. But every time that I did that, every time that I was faithful to God, He was faithful to us.
He challenges us to put His faith in Him and see what He does. And so I'm always excited, and I'm always up for a challenge to give, to see what God's going to do, because I know He does big stuff.